I want to show you solo 1 on this C minor blues study. And what I like about a good solo is a phrase that is a fairly long phrase. If we listen to this, that's a fairly long phrase, 2-measure phrase. So a lot of times we don't think that way. We just think in little bits and pieces. And so you have to kind of learn how to phrase that way. The best way to do it is to learn transcribed solos. Now, one of my requirements is I like the solo to fit my hand good. So when I write out some ideas, I want to make sure it's playable. Although this has got some funny fingerings, but nevertheless, it's realistic fingerings. So it's a good solo for you to learn. And if you're a lick collector, start doing that. Put in parentheses some of the licks you really like, and then take them around the cycle of fours. Take them up and down the fretboard through the different keys, and then if you play one lick 50 times, you can call it your own. You don't have to call it mine. So you've earned it. You can have it. And I think that's really important. And if you want to play this style, you got to go through that whole process. So I'm encouraging you to do that. So anyway, let's get into the first solo with some close-ups. All right, we're coming off of minor in possession, and here's how I'd like to start this solo. On C, just the same kind of pickups, and now we're going to play this riff. And then I'm going to come up here to G, C, and pull off to B flat. And then I'm grabbing this blues note and then sliding it up to G, and this is around this C minor. So I'm playing C minor, I'm thinking C minor in this spot, and so it's all in the fingering. Again. And now we're going upbeat on B natural, and I like to get that B natural in there just because it implicates a G7, and the A flat implicates G7 flat 9. And then I've got a riff in measure 3. It looks like this. And up to the E natural, because we're now playing a dominant chord there. So that last riff on measure 3 looks. Let's do it with a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 3, 4. All right, so now you've got the first 4 measures down, and basically you got 2 real long phrases. Measures 5 and 6 are again a couple of real long sequential phrases. Let me show them to you. Now, measure 5 starts with pickups of here D flat, C, and B flat, indicating this flat 9 on C7. We already had this E, so. And now we're going to jump up to F, and we're going to play this little sequence. There it is. Let me play that again, starting on the end of 3 in measure 4. 2, 3. And then the line resolves there on measure 7. Again, 2, 3, and 4. Measure 7 now. I'm just grabbing this C, and then I'm playing a little blues riff here. Just pull-offs. And then what we're going to do here is go from C, my target note of A. Remember, that's the 6th within this blues, minor blues progression. So measure 7 sounds like this. Okay, our next two phrases around D minor 7 flat 5 to G7 were I'm kind of thinking diminished, even so I'm thinking more like E flat diminished or some kind of D dominant with a flat 5. And so it's got some strange fingering. And then it's got some strange little riffs there. But I tell you what, if you would learn those two riffs together, you could plug those into a lot of different playing situations. Anyway, let me show it to you. Measure 9 begins with pickups on beat 4 of 7, and what we're doing is we're encasing A flat. So I'm half step higher, half step lower. And it's kind of a strange little riff. And then I'm going to pick up my position. Here's how I like to play it. So you have to make adjustment there. As opposed to, you know, that's probably proper fingering, but I like to play it like this. But you can do whatever you want. This is America. And now in measure 10, I'm going to slide up from B flat now to B natural, E flat, F, and then just down to that A flat. So measures 9 and 10 sound like this. 3, 3. Now the lick on the turnaround, measure 11, it starts here on the end of 4, and I'm basically just going G, E flat, slide your first finger down to D, E flat, and then a triplet on beat 3, and then to the B natural, and then to that D. I like that sound. So it's like 3, 4. 3, 4. All right, now it's that time to put it all together and play it with a metronome. I've got the metronome for your reference at 84 beats per minute. If you can't get it to this speed, and by the way, you also want to memorize this, and it'd be nice if you could play it by memory. That's the key too, is you got to memorize this stuff. But anyway, if you could get it at 84 beats per minute, that's great. If you can't, you've got to work backwards. Start at 60, get it to 65, 70, 75, 80, 84. Okay, so let's do it with the mat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Okay, let's do blues solo number 1 with the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. All right, let's play it now with some track so you can hear how everything falls together over the chord changes. Now, track is at 152, just like in the Minor in Possession song. But remember, if you can't do it, you're going to have to, again, work with that metronome. Work your way up from 84. Just, if you could do it at 84, great. Push it up to 90. If you make a mistake, go back to 84. Push it up again to 90. If you do it at 90, great. Take it to 95. If you mess up, go back to 90. So this is your progress. And it might take a few days to do it, but it's well worth it. All right, let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 2, 3. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that solo. Nice little solo. It's a good one to get under your belt. You got to have it memorized. I'm going to work on memorizing it. It's not an easy one, but it's got a lot of cool sounds in it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you build your chops up. And let's get into solo 2. I'll talk to you soon.